There has been a shift in the collective. I just want to say first and foremost, thank you for being here. Thank you for watching, clicking on this video. If you're new, for checking out the channel. I appreciate all the support, all the love, deeply. Okay, so it's my job here to give an energy update. More specifically with the divine masculine. So I'm just going to go ahead and let the energy lead. Gonna get my cards ready. Okay, and if you want to subscribe, feel free to. I always recommend to subscribe if you don't want to miss any updates on the community post tab, where I can post about astrology updates and birthday updates and all types of cool things for people on the channel, and even uploads. There's so many things that we could do with YouTube, which is great. So yeah, if you're new, definitely get into it. There's a lot to explore. Okay, all right, so I'm gonna go ahead and let the cards do the talking. All right, you guys see the title. This is the channeled message I got for the divine masculine. So yeah, all right. Guardian angels, guides, white light. Let's get into this reading. The messages, please. Okay, Six of Cups. Okay, before I even pulled that, I felt a shift in the energy. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Here is what I just got. Here is what I just got, okay? Divine masculine is at a turning point, okay? Seven of Swords and the Six of Cups, okay? They're absolutely at a turning point, and it's going to be up to them to recognize that the current situation that they're in is not bringing any victory to their life. They are, a lot of them are not connected to the feminine. The feminine has left the building. With that said, actually around the same time of month, but different year, I was looking back in the playlist, and I actually saw that there was a reading about around the same time of year where the feminine chose to walk away. And that was the first time in the collective energy that I actually saw the feminine not participating, not romantically involved with the DM. That was a huge shift. And so that reading, I feel, is kind of like a bounce back, kind of like an upgrade reading. This like an upgrade reading from that reading, because the synastry, the time frame is very similar, around August, getting close to the end of the year. Like it reminds me of that reading. So I'm actually going to link that reading somewhere on the screen. There's like an I, but there's a symbol of an I, like literally like the letter I. And when you click on it, it's like a drop down menu. And then also towards the end, if you fast forward towards the end, near the credits, the end cap of the video, I'm going to have it on the screen. Okay, if you have not seen that video, because I feel like that reading is very similar to this energy I'm feeling right now already. Okay. The Lovers, Six of Cups. Okay, so these cards are confirming everything with the Six of Cups and the Lovers. Okay, so yeah, the masculine has definitely gone back to some past flings, some old flames, most definitely, because they feel very comfortable, you see. And I feel so strongly that what Spirit is trying to do right now is push your masculine out of their comfort zone. And the response, okay, that the masculine is giving to the divine is excuses. And they keep saying, oh, it's poor timing. It's poor timing. I'm not ready yet. I can't. I won't. I feel like the divine is saying that the masculine is giving excuses. It's not that they can't. It's not that they're not giving the masculine the tools to break free. you know, to be a better version, to grow. It's just that they're blindfolded right now. So depending upon your perspective, and everybody, you know, even divine femmes have different perspective on, you know, is it that they're asleep, or is it that they're just lazy, or is it that they're a player? Like, you know, everybody, I think, depending upon their own personal connection, is going to say a different thing, you know, with all due respect. Some are going to say it's because the person's just a bad person, a narcissist. Others are going to say it's because the person's lazy and is making a conscious choice to turn their back on the feminine, on the connection, on the divine. So either way, it's an excuse. Okay, either way, it's an excuse, is what I'm getting. We have the card of release. Wow. We have the card of release. So we have more energy, okay, about the feminine moving away, moving aside. And so now I'm going to bring in the message for the feminine. While this masculine, okay, is wasting time, I also see energy here where the masculine's health is declining. I want to say something else, but I feel like that's a little bit too touchy, so I'm not going to say what I really want to say, because I feel like it's not going to be for everybody. But yeah, there is an energy here where their health is declining. So be careful, feminines that are still feeling wound up in this. Definitely protect your energy, because I am seeing a huge decline. Wow. Okay, someone's face looks very gaunt. I'm hearing gray, cold skin. Even hearing the word hypothermia. Don't know who that's for. Don't know who that's for. We have the card of victory twice in two different ways, Six of Wands and the card of victory. Okay, so this is the feminine energy I feel now. They are reassuring you, feminine, to enjoy life's luxuries, nature, spending time by the quiet rivers, waters. There's something about water, okay? I'm even hearing meadow, forest, if you're so lucky to live near that, you know, great trees, mountain, hiking, okay? Like, you know, good terrain to stretch out your body, to, you know, woosah, okay? They are reminding you to stay in that abundance. And this is definitely giving me Empress vibes. This is giving me Empress vibes all day long. So they are telling you to remember the quiet luxuries, the quiet joys of life, loves of life, okay? And to nurture yourself through that self-improvement. Yeah. Beautiful. A leap of faith, unexpected opportunity. So here's what I feel the divine is saying, okay? Is that the masculine is not protected right now. Okay, this is the biggest thing I'm getting. The masculine's throat chakra is blocked. I'm hearing the phrase sinus pressure, drowsy, lethargic. So I don't know why this feels like this is kind of bleeding into the feminine's energy. Like that energy of sickness is what I'm getting here, because see, when you're not divinely protected, you leave yourself open to all sorts of attacks. It's not just financial, it's not just, you know, physical, it's all sorts of attacks. And what I feel right now is that this is what is happening with the masculine. Things are on the decline, okay, is what I'm seeing here. And for the feminine energy, it feels like they need to go on the uprise. It's like the feminine needs to take back their energy and put it into, I feel, nature. Like a lot of this is talking about nature. A lot of this is talking about being able to rejuvenate yourself and not let the cares of the world boggle you down. Actually looking a little bit closer, there's more than one depiction of nature here. Okay, there's nature here, there's nature here, there's nature even here, and it's green. So this is representing the heart chakra. So what it's saying is you need to let go of the toxic ties, the toxic people, the toxic identifications. Go back to your natural state, which is the Empress, which is peaceful and calm and loving and happy. Just because your counterpart or the opposite energy is lingering in sorrow and turmoil does not mean that you have to agree. Okay? The karmic, now I hate to bring the karmic in, but this is what I feel. The karmic has no issue, okay, dwelling in the dark dungeon, because that's where they came from. And I'm not going to mince words, okay? The karmic has no issue playing that role, okay, for the DM, because that's what they know. All they know is deceit. All they know is manipulation. All they know is infidelity. So they are bonded in a serpent-like way because birds of a feather flock together. So this is why it's saying for the feminine energy, you need to be with your like-minded people. You need to let go of whatever is polluting your mind and polluting your heart, most importantly. Because if you allow something like poison, okay, to penetrate inside of you, that's going to be hard to remove. Even if it's some kind of hate or unforgiveness by the masculine's hand, okay? What I feel the divine is still saying is what you have to acknowledge, okay, is that the choice is yours. You can choose to let it infect you and then inject its poison into you and then cripple your mind, cripple your progress. You know, that is a choice. So it's either you can choose to keep this surface level or you can choose to let it pollute your mind and make you angry and make you sad. And so I do feel like the divine is helping you, you know? I feel like the divine is saying, we're giving you tools, okay, to learn how to forgive. And I don't want to make this sound too sappy because I'm not I don't really like to myself deal with stuff like that. But this is the kind of energy I'm getting. It's like they are that light, that lantern that we always see in the Hermit card, where the depiction of the person in the robe is holding that light and it's dark, but the light is illuminating a way for the person to walk forward. And this is what I feel is happening for the feminine. The feminine is finding the light in the darkness, and that's a beautiful thing to see. I see that here. That's really beautiful, okay? So the picture is, whether you're with this person or not, there has been things that have been polluting your mind, that have been making you feel poisonous and sick and tired and maybe even toxic, okay? Maybe even toxic. And what they're wanting you to do is put a stop to this, put an end to this, okay? And realize that you do have a choice. Okay, it's almost like the visual I'm getting is like a snake a poisonous snake that is trying to grip onto you, okay? And what do? You get your jacket, you swat it off with force, with power, and you put on that jacket and you run, you get out of Dodge, versus a person who's going to sit there and freeze up and let the snake that's leached onto you drain your life force. Which one are you going to choose, feminine? My empresses, what decision are you going to make? Are you going to choose to forgive, which is letting go of the poison? Or are you going to hold on for dear life while the karmic is on the other end, draining you both? Newsflash, the karmic is draining you, the karmic is draining your masculine, and your masculine's not too bright to see that. So it is like a triple down effect. So what the divine is saying is, it's time to put a stop to this now. It's time to put a stop to this now, because they have so much more for you to do. Okay? They have so much more for you to do. And if all your attention is on the serpent that is draining you and has injected their poison into you, how in the heck can you get back on that horse, get out of Dodge, and complete the mission if you're letting things seep into your bloodstream that are negative, that are poisonous? Okay? So this is a sharp distinction. This is a sharp distinction between what the masculine is doing and what the feminine is doing. And the scary part is there could be some feminines who are trying to, I almost want to say, emulate this pain that the masculine has projected onto them. Because some feminines, now this is what I feel, some feminines feel like it's a badge of honor. Okay, if I turn bitter and angry like him or her, we'll be together. But that's what a karmic does. Okay, what a karmic does is repeat the same cycle. It reinforces the same bad habits. What an empress does, what a divine queen does, is put a stop to it, puts a mark in it, and says, no more. If you want to be with me, you got to act accordingly. If you want to be in my life, you have to move a certain way, treat me a certain way, speak a certain way. The karmic doesn't care about that. So there is the key difference for those who don't know who they are and what they are. The karmic is the one who's going to reinforce no boundaries. The karmic is the one who's going to let anything and anything slide. Why? Because they're desperate. Because they're desperate. What the empress does, and what that divine energy embodies, is light, is peace, is tranquility, is enlightenment, is forgiveness, is hope, is joy. And so whether it's a form of friendship or work relationships or everyday people that you come across, I do feel like feminine, the divine, is wanting to sprinkle some fabulous people in your life. Okay. And you may still be hurt and saying, well, I don't need any new friends. I don't need any, but I feel like it's coming regardless, feminine. This is not something you put a request in for. These are people, these are companions who are going to help you along your journey. This is really beautiful, by the way. What they're saying is that they're going to be sending people your way, feminine, okay, who are not going to abandon you, who are not going to backstab you. What I'm getting for a lot of you is that you have had almost like karmic friends. Let's get into it, right? I'm getting this energy of like you feminine, you've had karmic friends. A lot of you have had friends that you thought were good for you, that were there for you. And even for a handful of you, maybe they've even cheated with your masculine, and you thought that this person was a good friend, was a confidant, and they backstabbed you. And you don't speak about it. You don't tell anybody that, you know, you've invested in people that really were not worth anything. We're not really good people at heart. And so because you've suffered in this way unfairly, I feel like the divine for the feminine is saying, we're going to send people your way, whether you like it or not. Okay, we're going to send trustworthy people your way. This is something that's a gift. It's a gift. And it may even be people who are on the same journey as you. So you'll be able to talk to them about what you've been going through, and they can relate to you. Okay, so for those who maybe are too shy, maybe too shy to ask for new friends or better quality of people, look no further, because this is really confirming that you're going to be getting some new friends, some new people that you could talk to. They could talk to you, and there's no judgment. You know, the major energy here is like, there is no judgment. It's pure. So a lot of you feminines, I feel here, you've been craving, whether it's romantic, I don't really get that, but it feels more like a friendship, or maybe a friendship that could blossom into romantic at some point. But there's more emphasis with the energy here in regards to a friendship, you know, having people that are positive around you. And so, you know, in all honesty, this is what the masculine should be doing, right? Is focusing on his or herself and getting together a group of people who are a support system. And, you know, for the masculines watching, no, we're not ragging on you. But if your behavior stinks, your behavior stinks, you know? Sorry. And you know what they say, when the trash is stinking up the house, you got to take it out. And so this is what I see is happening here is your karmics, they don't have any problem letting that stench linger in their car, linger in their house. You know, but the feminine is different, okay? The feminine is different. The feminine can sense danger, right? You can sense when there's something wrong with your masculine, and you're not going to stand for it. You're not going to accept it. But no, not the karmic. The karmic will turn a blind eye. And because that partner of that karmic is turning a blind eye, guess what your masculine is going to do? Turn a blind eye. That's how it works. So for everybody saying that the karmics have no burden to no part of that, that's a lie. That's a lie, because what do psychologists say? What do even scientists say? What your environment influences you, whether you like it or not. The people that you, what do they always say? The 5 people you associate with, they could shape your thinking. And so only a karmic would say, oh, they're innocent. Karmics, it's not the karmic's fault. Well, guess what? It takes 2 to tango, right? Let's get real here, right, feminines? It takes 2 to tango. So no, we're not saying it's all the karmic's fault, but they have a part to play in this, and so does the masculine. So let's make that very clear, okay? Let's put that on Front Street, because what we're not going to do is act like people don't know what they're doing to harm the other person, okay? And what I'm getting is a lot of these karmics, they know that the masculine really loves the feminine. They know this. So let's stop the little he said, she said, pointing the finger, okay? They know. The karmic knows is what the divine is saying in this reading right now. They know. They know. But they've overstayed their welcome. And who's kept that door open? Who has kept that door open? The masculine. So, like I said, it takes 2 to tango. I'm fair on this channel. I'm fair in my readings and my approach. I always have been and always will be. So if you're going to call it a karmic, you need to call it the masculine just as much, because they're the ones who energetically lead, especially if we're talking about a hetero dynamic where there's a man and a woman. The man naturally is going to control, is going to be the one that the spotlight is on. That's just a fact. So let's say, for example, the karmic is a woman and the masculine is a man. Who is the one who's going to leave that door open? The masculine. Who is the one that's going to ask the karmic out on a date? The masculine. Who is the one who's going to sling his ding dong into the donut hole? Okay, the masculine. The masculine. The masculine. So I don't know why there's a spirit of that here where let's put all the blame on the masculine, or let's put all the blame on the karmic. No. It's both of them. It's both of them. It's both of them. Okay. So let's make that very clear here. But there is an emphasis on the masculine because they are the ones who are orchestrating this manipulation, to put it very bluntly. Because if they're playing the feminine and they're playing the karmic and the karmic is playing the masculine, it's messy. That's what it is. It's messy. So if the masculine wants to say, oh no, I didn't put my hand in the cookie jar, and then the karmic wants to spring up and say, well, it's not my fault. Well, then you see, they're both guilty, because only a guilty person talks like that. You see, well, you know, they convinced me to put my hand in the cookie jar, you know, really ain't my fault. That's how somebody who's guilty speaks. That's how somebody who has a lack of self-control speaks. They speak like they're an idiot. They point fingers. They don't take responsibility. Whereas the only person consistently who takes responsibility is the feminine energy. End of story. Even if it hurts, the feminine's nature is not to lie, connive, and steal like the karmic. It's two different worlds. You know, quite frankly, in my opinion. It's one world of darkness and it's one world of light. And the feminine cannot reside in the darkness with the masculine and the karmics. And this is why the feminine has left. Oh, just the card I wanted to see. Archangel Chamuel. I love this card. Yes. This is about change. This is about action. So here we have Archangel Chamuel in this beautiful deck confirming the energy, which is saying, feminine, it's time to change the tune here. It's time to change your associations. It's time to change what you're listening to, what you're following, what you believe. Because what you've been doing before has not given you victory. And so now your guides are saying to you, we want you to have victory. We want you to step into your power. We want you to have friends who are going to support you, not hinder you. So feminines, there's no shame in that. Okay? There is no shame whatsoever. Okay? No shame whatsoever. All right? In admitting to yourself that you need better quality of people around you to help you in this transition. And maybe you've been neglecting that part of you because you don't think it's that important. But there is a message here saying, no, it is important. It is very necessary for you to feel like people can hear you out. Most definitely. I'm going to get another candle. Be right back. Get a different candle here. So, you know, let go of thinking, feminines, that, you know, you have to be alone to succeed. And by alone, I mean cutting off friendships, cutting off you know, desires and dreams and goals. And look at this. I mean, this, you can't make this up. Look at this. Look at this. The angel of balance at the bottom. So this is really the message here for real. They're saying that there needs to be some balance. Are you too extreme? Have you cut off your friends for this connection? And now you need your friends? And you need people who can just hear you out, you know? And they're saying, you know, don't be ashamed of that. Woman holding a heart, broken heart. Don't be ashamed of your broken heart. Don't be ashamed of your anger. But you have to let this go now, though. Yeah, I know it's hard. But now they're saying, you got to let go of this. You've got to let go of this anger. You've got to let go of this pain. It's time. Don't you feel it? It's time. Oh, well, I can't because he cheated on me. Storm warning. Well, I can't because he took money from me. He hid my kids from me. He ruined my self-esteem. Well, here's what they're saying. Dwelling upon it is not making your life any better. The quality of your life is not improving because you're angry, because you're disappointed. You don't get brownie points in heaven for revealing the perpetrator. Newsflash, they already know who did it to you. Way back then. They know all the people who hurt you. They already know. So why are you holding on to it? Why are you letting it control your life? Look what it's saying here. Intimate relationships, weigh your decision. Good health. So whoever is watching this video and you're trying hard to convince yourself that this is not your message, well, the more I'm reading here, the more I see this is the exact message that you needed, because it's saying, I'll repeat, intimate relationships, weigh your decisions, good health. So what that is saying is that you have let this take a toll on your health. I'll repeat that. What they're saying is that you have allowed this betrayal to weigh on your heart. You've not made a conscious decision to forgive. You've not made a conscious decision to say, enough is enough now. I'm going to focus on what I do have. I'm going to focus, as the card says, on the little luxuries of life, enjoying life. When's the last time you enjoyed life? Had a laugh, had a drink, got your nails done, you know? When's the last time you said, I can do this? Just because this person hurt me doesn't mean that I'm less than. Doesn't mean that I am now not a worthy person of love. That's not what this means at all, feminine. So I urge you, if this is how you've been feeling, you need to get out of that quick, because that is a lie from the pits of hell, trying to convince you that you're not better looking, that you're not this or you're not that. That's all mind noise, garbage. It's not true. It's not true. Now, if you look in the mirror and you don't like what you see, that's a whole other can of worms. But what we're not going to do is do a beauty contest. Okay, the divine is saying, you're the only one who is you. There's nobody else. And you got to cherish that. You've got to embrace it. Not shy away from it and say, well, oh, you know, maybe next time. No, there's no next time. It's only now. It's only right here, right now. So begin to feel that pure energy of acceptance. Because I have a sneaky feeling, feminines, that this is the next stage. This is the next big thing here, is acceptance. And a lot of you are nodding your head because you've already got to that point and you're in it right now. And you're realizing that, oh snap, it's me versus me. This is me versus me. This ain't me versus the karmic. This ain't me versus a masculine, even though the masculine acts like a damn enemy. This is about me. This is about me, my life, me. So the focus has been shifted, okay? And that's a good thing. So while all this is happening, this is what really the divine is trying to push you on the path of, is to see that you're all you need. You're all you ever needed. But having people in your life to accompany you, to support you, is not a crime. And yeah, I'm going to say it, for others of you, this may very well be a soulmate. Because I do feel that here, getting Pisces and Cancer. And there's something telling you to be ashamed of that. There's something in the back of your mind saying, you should be ashamed to leave your twin flame for that. Or why should you enjoy love? This is what the enemy is saying to you. Why should you enjoy love? Look at you. It's a lie. Don't you see it's a lie? Hostility. Spiritual attack back to the masculine energy now. You see that? Hostility. Paranoia. Insomnia. Even hearing anorexia for somebody out here. Okay, an eating disorder. This is a lie. This is not who they are. Okay, but the masculine has not even got to this point. I'm going to be honest with you. The masculine has not even got to this point of self-acceptance, self-love. In all honesty, the feminine energy understands that way more than the masculine, inherently, because of the nature and the natural aspect of Mother Earth. So they have to kind of learn it from scratch, you know, and you see how he's out in the wilderness. You see that? So they have to learn this, you know, which is sad, but that's how it is. Okay. Whereas for a lot of you, you've beautified yourself inside and out. You know, you're taking more time to beautify it and enhance yourself naturally the way that you want to be. And that's a sign that you love yourself, because you don't want to feel raggedy. You don't want to look raggedy, right? You want to look like you're somebody who takes care of yourself. And so I feel like the divine is saying, don't be fooled, okay? When people say to you, oh, you love yourself too much. Have you ever heard somebody say to you, oh, you're too selfish, or you love yourself too much? That's the enemy speaking through them, because you could never love yourself too much. It's impossible. We're not talking about vanity. We're not talking about an ego. We're talking about just pure self-love. You just don't tolerate disrespect. And so if there's anybody around you saying, oh, you believe in yourself too much, oh, you think too high of yourself, they're enemies. They're enemies of you for sure. Because going back to what I said, your real support and the real new people I'm seeing, and this is for all of you that are watching, you're going to get new people coming into your life who love you, who are going to listen to you, not just hear like the masculine and then chase a bird. No, they're going to listen. They're going to take in what you're saying, and they're going to give advice, or they're going to champion what you're saying. They're going to support you. This is for all of you I see here. You're going to get this. You're going to get this, because the truth is you deserve it. You deserve to have people around you who want to see you succeed. You deserve to have people around you who compliment you when you are looking your best, when you are feeling your best. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. And if you have somebody around you who wants you to feel raggedy and wants you to look raggedy, they're an enemy of you. Simple. Because nobody who loves you would want you to look like that or act like that or even carry yourself in that way. And I feel like this is the same energy that the feminine has given to the masculine, is they've tried to boost them. And can I be honest? This masculine energy has taken it for granted. They took it as a joke. They took it as a joke. Yeah, they did. Because they didn't understand why somebody would want to help somebody like them. I'm hearing the song, Poor Unfortunate Soul. That's definitely a confirmation for somebody. Ursula. Poor Unfortunate Soul. This is how your masculine sees themselves, as a poor, unfortunate soul. They even could have used language like, life is so hard. Everything is so hard for me. You see how they're repeating curses on themselves? Do you see that? See, when your mind is transformed, you cannot talk like that. You cannot live that way, because the light of God lives in you, so you cannot carry yourself as woe is me. The two don't mix. You see, but this is what the karmic has reinforced in your masculine, and this is why, feminine, it's time to cut out these toxic ties. Because it's weighing you down, it's too heavy. It's like the 10 of Wands. It's a burden. It's to the point now where it stopped you in your tracks. It's literally stopped you in your tracks. You're so dehydrated, you're so tired that you can't go on. You know why? You know why? Because the load is too heavy. The baggage is too much. And a lot of you, I know, watching, you've got to this point where you're like, something's got to give. My throat chakra, look at that. There's that truth speaking there. There's that throat chakra. Okay. You're getting to this point where you're saying something's got to give. And maybe your voice is shaking. Maybe you've had a hard time standing up for yourself. This is why I feel this is coming through here. They're saying break out of that delusion. Okay. God lives in you. It's not you trying to be carnal like the masculine's natural state is right now, and it's barbaric, quite frankly. And this is why they're having so much problem, because the stance the masculine is given is, I refuse to change. Let's be real. Okay, this is what a lot of you are noticing. Your masculine's natural state is a natural state of saying, I'm not gonna change. I don't want to change. Whether it's verbally or just through what their behavior, how they act, how they speak, what they do with their time. It's a nonchalant pity party of, well, I don't want to change. Why do I have to change? Haven't I done enough? You know, this is what I feel the masculine is saying. It's like, well, why do I have to do that? That's not fun, you know. And so there's consequences for that, you know. That there always will be. When you turn down the divine, when you don't have balance in your life, when you're not winning, you're not victorious, there's holes. You see that serpent energy has punctured holes in the masculine. That's what's happened here. That's exactly what's happened here. They've wounded this brave soldier. They've manipulated him into giving up his protection and his love. That's what the enemy has done. And the masculine's fallen for it yet again. Okay? So let's go ahead and see what else is going on here. Yeah, I'll take that. Community. Yeah, see, there's people coming to help you, feminine. Okay, don't be ashamed of this. There's people coming to help you. Yeah, there's friends that are going to lift you up and say, wow, you're beautiful. You're so intelligent. Look at you. You've made the right, I'm hearing these girls say, you've made the right decision. Look at that. Number 7, beautiful. I love that. I love that. Because, you see, that's what you need, feminine. You need people to cheer you on. Door to value. Yeah. Could be launching a business. There could be a lot of you feminines are going to launch a business. Prosperity. Wealth. Abundant resources. Income. Unimaginable income. All sorts of money here. 1 second, you all. My dog. Oh, I'm back, you all. My dinner has arrived, so I had to go get it from the front of the house. Okay. So back to what I was saying. Sorry about that. I want you guys to hear my dog going off. So look at that, angel of love. So a lot of you are going to have new love as well. Yeah. This is the last oracle card. This is beautiful. So they're saying that happy times, positive, optimistic, long-term, right path, new friends, new hope, leap of faith. This is everything and more, feminine. This is what you're waiting for. And you're going to have it. And you're going to have it. So expect more income. Expect more resources. Expect higher quality connections and friends. Expect support. And honestly, this really makes me feel that you're not going to dwell in the same headspace or maybe even paradigm as your masculine. For a lot of you, I see you're going to have to leave this masculine behind, or you have already. If that message does not resonate with you, just ignore it, okay? But this is what I'm getting is you're on a different level. And they don't want you to feel guilty about it. They want you to step into your victory. Okay, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Much love to you all. Okay, I will see you in the next video. Subscribe, thumbs up. Support each other in the comments. Really share how you are leveling up your life. What you want to manifest. And so it will be, really get on those manifestations, feminine, because you have victory coming in. All right, I love it. God bless you all.